Okay.
I call the 21st meeting of the 11th Undergraduate Senate to order. We'll first begin by calling the roll. Let me pull up the list of senators. Ms. Lickstein. Not here. Ms. Polis. I know. They're both good stars. Mr. Pearl. Here. Barbara has an excused absence for religious reasons. Still counts toward quorum. Delancey? Here. Mr. Bell, again, excused absence for religious reasons. Ms. Arnell? Not here. Mr. Hanu? Starbucks. Mr. Rogers?
Here by proxy.
Excellent. Mr. Hurwitz?
Here.
Ms. Conover? Ms. Fuller?
Here.
Mr. Ryan?
Here.
Ms. Hankins?
Here.
Is she here? Not here. We do have quorum by the bare minimum of 8. It'll get better soon, hopefully. Now we'll move into the adoption of the agenda. Mr. Pearl.
So I would like to edit the agenda.
Okay.
So I would like to add.
Hang on, decorum.
So I would like to add the 2 bills that I sent to you. That would be just basically so that we can review them this week. One's empty, one's full. This is the bill to financially do something. That's for Vice President, and the other one is just I have to basically figure it out this upcoming week.
Okay.
So I'd like to add those. Do we vote on that?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
So are there any objections to adding the 2 bills Mr. Pearl has authored to the agenda? Motion to vote. Yes, you can. Is there a second?
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Seeing the chair, the ayes have it.
So I would also like to amend the agenda. Where
Sure.
I would like to add the election of one more financial, one more person for the special. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is there a second?
Second.
Any objections? Seeing none, opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. Oh wait, I forgot to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. Okay. You can keep any other amendments,
Yeah,
Mr. Hurwitz.
Make an amendment to add the 2 bills that I sent you.
Yes. So that will be for new business.
I wasn't the only absent.
I'll add them in a second.
Keep that there.
No, I'm not. So I will properly correct the agenda in a second. So 2 pieces of legislation that they will definitely go to committee. Probably not going to wait first reading. Is there a second?
Second.
Any objections? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. Okay. Right. No, we have 2 more things. They're right here. They're highlighted. Would anyone like to amend the agenda?
Do we have to add them?
Yes, we do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I would like to add the highlighted to the agenda.
Okay, sure, yes. So what he's referring to is the election for a chair for the Committee on University and Academic Affairs, confirmation of Lillian Moreno, is that how you pronounce her last name? Excellent. To be a member of JSEP. So is there a second for that?
Second.
Thank you. Any objections? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. And if the chair, the ayes have it. I believe that's all the amendments. So someone like to motion to approve.
I would like to motion to adopt the agenda.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any objections? All right. So now we'll move into the adoption of the minutes from the 20th meeting, which you all received yesterday. Would anyone like to do that for me?
I'd like to move to adopt that.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any objections? Seeing none? Nothing the outside. Thank you. So I'll fix the agenda while we do. Oh wait, public comment. Excuse me. Are there any members of the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, we'll move forward. Reports from officers. I'll fix up the agenda, make it nice and pretty, while Shannon is presenting.
What's up? Right now?
Yes, because Sam is not presenting. Delante's not here.
I don't
Chris.
have a presentation.
It's okay. Just speak freely.
Cool. So, sorry that I wasn't here the last 2 weeks. I had work last Sunday. No, actually I didn't have work because I got really sick, so I just sick. And then I was home. It was my 90th birthday, which was so cool. Okay, so I just wanted to let you all just like an update on what's going on. We started meeting for the University Budget Committee. So we had our first meeting Friday was like the last Friday. It went really well, and then on Friday it was supposed to be orientation, but I had class and I was already missing classes for like the actual budget meeting, so I'm planning a time to meet with all of them. It was mostly introductory. Got to meet everyone. On my way out, it was so funny. Like everyone just like having me back. Good to see you, John. I was like, oh. So it was like fun. It was good. So nothing really important happened, but like obviously with every week I'm gonna provide updates for you all on like what's going on, like what we're talking about. Obviously can't provide like confidential things, like confidential numbers, and like things that are like I don't know. There's like a yeah, but like obviously I'm like keep y'all updated and let you know what's going on. So yeah. Any questions on university budget committee?
Oh,
Or just things in general?
Okay.
Mr. Crowe, you have a question?
So I have two, well, actually, I have a couple of them. So is there an employee handbook backslash, is there like a copy of the ethical and judicial standard?
Yes, I have there's a copy of the ethical and judicial standards that should be online.
It's also
Yeah.
on the button.
Yeah.
But it's also in the binder, and I also
Okay.
have an email copy, so I can just email it out to your organization. But we don't have an employee handbook. We've never had an employee.
Sorry, I
handbook.
just wanted to know because I was like.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing something like that. So if you want to talk about that, let me know. I know you're interested in that, John.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions for the comptroller?
When will the work be done?
March. March or April. When will the budget be finalized? Should be March or April. I have a timeline, and I know when the meetings with me, and it has me like questions and like specifics about dates. I have like a packet. I don't have the numbers with me off the top of my head, but I know it.
Thank you. Any other questions for the comptroller? Seeing none. You may step aside. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now we'll move to, well, because the associate secretary does not have a report, we'll move to the chief staff.
Hi, everyone. This week has been filled with more planning, more stuff related to the racial incident that happened on campus and the rolling out of our plan for that, which was like kind of completed by the university on their own behalf with the email that they sent out. I highly recommend reading that because they put in a lot of good things, and now it's just a matter of holding them accountable and making sure that they're following through with them and that they're doing them in the correct way. Oh, student space stuff. If you're interested in student space advocacy, please let me know. I'm about to sit down and cut up MGC3 and give it to different clubs. I'm going to consult with clubs to like see what room they need and everything. But like we're about to get MGC3, a lot of it, and it's going to be very different. It's going to cost millions of dollars, and we're going to knock down a lot of walls and still look really cool. Also, can I just like, can everyone, if you would use a cafe that was open for 24 hours on campus, can you raise your hand?
What?
Will they have muffins?
Yes.
Oh, but no force.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you. If you're interested in advocacy in terms of that, I can please let me know because like that is going to be a thing that happens. It's just how cool can we make it, and like how much can we push their hours. I'm excited. All the board is excited to meet with Chris on Monday.
I have to talk about
stuff. I don't know. I think that's it. I'll send out an email. Anybody have any questions?
Will space be allocated to Greek life on?
Well, see, that's interesting because the majority of Greek life needs space for storage purposes, usually, because they have meeting rooms. But how this is going to work is, like, ideally, all of student government will move off of the second floor. SA will expand into where our offices are, as well as AUCC. And then CSES will move into where CDI is, and then FSL will move into where CSES is. So they will have more room in terms of like Colin will have more room. Furthermore, like MGC3 will have a lot more meeting space that will be reservable. So for like chapter meetings on Sunday or what have you, there will be more room for that. But like we fundamentally don't believe that MGC3 should be storage space. There are storage spaces in MGC, and I believe Greek should be involved with that. But no, the rooms that are allocated will be like offices for clubs, like the NOAC.
Are there any other questions? Seeing none, we'll step aside. Thank you. So, got a couple things, nothing really major. I'm just going to pull something up before I set my own timer. That Noah sent. I don't have my Facebook up. Do you have your phone or laptop available? Yeah. Could you just email me documents that you sent me? Because it's a little calendar about what the next couple of weeks is going to look like in regards to elections. So when you have that, I'll show that. But so just updates with the binder. If any of you care, it is a tad thicker. That is because we put in the COA report. So it will be preserved for all time, all 74 pages of it. So that's great. The apology was sent out through #AUSG. I can't quite remember if that was the only method for which it was to be presented. Okay. I was thinking this morning, was that the only way we were supposed to present the apology? Was it only to the organization or was it to campus? I couldn't remember. Not here. Well, I mean, you speak.
Right. I do speak for him, but like, this body was the one who like asked him to do it.
Yes, I know.
You have the answers.
I'm trying. I couldn't remember. So there's nothing in the minutes. Okay. So that was a gray area. All right. Thank you. So did you send it? Good. All right. Thanks. Okay, so here is a calendar. I will send this to all of you because I didn't want you to miss out on all the fun. It is running for an election in student government. So is this the last info session, Noah, on the 3rd?
Yes, and it's already too late to declare.
It's already too late to declare?
But
hang on. So, hang on. That's why I put this up today. So, if you all want to run for Senate or something else, I guess, in a couple weeks, please go and talk to Noah. Because apparently campaigning begins tomorrow morning. No, I'm sorry, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. So if you all have any inclination to do that, please go talk to him right after this meeting. Because I had a feeling that things weren't exactly clear. So that's why I wanted to present this to all of you. Because I know there are some of you who want to run again, and I had a feeling that there was some miscommunication. So I will email this to all of you, right now, actually, so you can all read it on your laptop screens. Please go talk to Noah, because I'd be really, really sad if all the people that I appointed didn't know that they had to run again. And I don't want to lose you all. I've been very impressed with all of you so far. I don't want to lose George either. Oh, you're running again? Oh.
I just want to know that you'll miss me.
I'll miss all of you, quite honestly. Hang on. That's the end of my report. Are there any questions? Okay, Mr. Pearl.
Wait, so I don't know if you're, but it's, wait, so why can't we, and I don't know, that's not like,
Yeah, I was kind of it.
because like I thought you had to go to the meeting before you could declare candidacy, that's how it's.
Same, so I was going to go to the meeting.
That's how it was in mine. So I'm unsure. So would you move for a question?
I would.
Okay. So the question has been presented to you, Noah, in regards to why people cannot declare like normal during the info sessions.
So I'll make an exception, obviously, but the problem was I needed to send the candidate's information to SA so I could start declaring the people who could run.
Okay.
That was just the deadline I set because I knew people were working on that.
Yeah.
So give it a few days beyond that, and then
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions?
Yeah, can you just briefly go over like where-how we declare?
Yeah, so if you go to AUSG.org under the elections tab and it says like everyone for office, there's a link there. I'll open it back up. That's where you put all of your information in, and then whenever you attend the information session tomorrow night, I'll send around a sign-in sheet, and I'll make sure I'll like merge the documents together, make sure you signed up and that you attended one. So
Thank you. I'm glad you were here today. So are there any other questions for me about my week, about my upcoming week? It's been very stressful. But that's just because of
How's your finance?
we'll see. Maybe I passed, maybe I didn't. That's not for me to decide. Let's see. I'm just trying to, because I think there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, right. I spoke with Bedsider AU because only 2 people from AUSG were able to go to the training session. We're going to do another training session after elections because right now only Scott and I, he's not even here, only Scott and I can table, and that's not enough. Because I know there are a lot of people who like to table, but they physically cannot until they're trained. Because don't want to give people wrong information about safe sex kits. I believe that's it. Any other questions? Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, there we go. So I'll email this out in a second. So now we will move into new business, the confirmation of Leanne Moreno to be a member of the Joint Committee on Elections Policy. She passed through CRP by unanimous consent. Same rules apply. Come up here and present briefly, and then we'll ask you questions and deliberate.
Hi guys, my name is Lily. I'm a sophomore American studying with Clegg, and I want to join the elections committee because I want to work with the center more closely with the students here. I feel like that's a really good way to be involved in everything that's going on in the game.
Fantastic. Yes, questions. Are there any questions? You may step aside. We'll deliberate, and someone will come get you when we have a result. Are there any points or motions on the nominee for JSEC? This listing. Is there a second? So all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Depending on the chair, the ayes have it. It's going to be a little nice for you. Congratulations. I'll swear you in a second. We're going to move on. We're going to move to the confirmation of Christopher Schneider to be the Secretary of the American University Student Government. So please pay attention for this one because we've been thinking about this for quite a while. Quite a while.
Hello, everyone. I know most of you. There's some new faces in Senate and some new faces across SG. So if we haven't met formally, I'd love to meet you. I'm very excited to be up here. You asked me even 2 months ago if I thought I was going to be here. I would say you're crazy. I have been in student government for the last year, doing communications in Secretary's cabinet, and I've learned so much from the people that were above me, and really taught me how to do like how SG does comms. But aside from that, I've learned so much from people in Senate and people from KU, so people just across the organization, as well as the people on this campus, because communications has one of the most direct links to the student body of American University. And what I was able to do when we were looking to get UPass passed by the student referendum, and some other things that I was able to do last year, it was just a really engaging and impactful experience for me. And I'd like to be able to continue stuff like that, and also work on some other cool projects that I hope to be able to share in the next few weeks. So I'll take any questions, but I hope that you can help me present that today.
Any questions for Chris? Seeing none. Step outside. Now I'll come get you when we have a result. Maybe. All right, are there any points or motions? Ms. Lickston.
I motion to vote.
A second.
Any objections? You can.
I don't know, I just wanted to say something before.
Okay.
Then you do it.
So I guess that, but I don't need to say it.
So, no.
Already started, you got it.
Hang on. You're calling everybody. Do you want to say something?
I just wanted to
Okay, hang on. Would you like to withdraw?
I withdraw.
Okay. Mr. Pearl, do you have a comment?
I just wanted to thank everyone for the long process, everyone in the Secretary's Cabinet, everyone for my interest and stuff like that, because it's been very long. It was very long, and I'm glad that we're finally here, and we have a candidate very qualified, and I'm very happy. I just want to thank everyone for taking a lot of time out of
Thank you.
including us.
there any points or motions?
How much did it vote?
I second.
Any objections? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Really?
I didn't call, it was John, so.
It doesn't count. Did you shut division or did he shut division?
I did, it doesn't.
Stop upsetting the apple. I know it doesn't count. I have to take it seriously when I hear it, okay? So there was no division. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. And finally, have a secretary again.
Third time the charm.
Yes, it is. 35 is the term. So, Chris.
Good work.
Okay, so we're going to be swearing in the two of them. We're going to do it separately because this is kind of important. He wants his own picture because he's very vain and selfish. So, Lily, would you mind coming forward so I can swear you in?
Chris, do you have a Bible?
Dante.
Yes. Hang on. No, never mind. Good. Okay. All right, everyone. Please raise your right hand.
Wait, Chris.
Hang on, guys. What are we doing? This is serious. She's joining AUSG. This is vital.
Look at her.
This is going to be this is the greatest moment of her life.
I was giving her a constitution.
All right. I state your name.
I, Lily Miranda,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will diligently and faithfully
that I will diligently and faithfully
execute the duties and responsibilities
execute the
of the office of,
office of JSF,
that I will abide by the governing documents
that I will abide by the governing documents
of the student government,
of the student government,
and that I will work to the fullest of my abilities
that I will work to support my ability
to promote the interests and welfare
to promote the interests and welfare
of the students of American University.
students of America.
Congratulations. Good work. Chris, he doesn't even, no, he doesn't. No, I'm not going to make him do that. Do it on this side, so there's no knowledge. I know you really want this. Are you prepared to swear or would you like to go front? I state your name.
I, Chris Schneider,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will diligently and faithfully
that I will diligently and faithfully
execute the duties and responsibilities
execute the duties and responsibilities
of the office of secretary.
of the office of secretary,
And I will abide by the governing documents
and I will abide by the governing documents
of the student government,
of the student government,
and I will work to the fullest of my abilities
and I will work to the fullest of my abilities
to promote the interests and welfare
to promote the interest and welfare
of the students of American
of
University.
the students of American
Congratulations.
University.
Hang on, I have something. To make it official, I printed you up a nameplate.
Oh,
May you enjoy it as long as you are here.
thank you.
Until you step away. How did I know? It was just intuition, Christina. All right, moving forward. That was a big deal. I quote Joe Biden. It's inappropriate. So now we will move to the election for a chair of the Committee on University and Academic Affairs. So Chris Midway was the chair. He resigned to take up a position as prosecutor. Okay.
He literally was.
Decorum. No, I don't know that. So we need someone to be the chair. We had a meeting today for UAA, and our most senior member by 10 minutes, Mr. Maverick Ryan, chaired the meeting. He did a very good job, but we need a chair. So, are there any nominations?
I nominate Maverick Ryan.
Is there a second?
Second.
Do you accept? Okay. Are there any other nominations? All right then. Seeing none. Mr. Ryan, would you still like to present a short little thing? No, I never thought I'd live to see the day where we just devolve into nothingness. But you know, I've heard this is what the lame duck Senate does. I know there are 2 meetings left. I understand. But okay. So, are there any questions for Mr. Ryan? All right, please step outside so we can deliberate. I like your sweater. I'm very pros for that. Are there any points or motions? Mr. Pearl?
So I'm really happy that like actually nominated him, because when we were in my finance meeting, I was like begging someone to run for vice chair, and he's like, no, like I really want to run for UAA. And we talked about it a little bit, and he's like, I was like, this is definitely what he wants. So I stopped pushing him, and then I realized no one else wanted to run for vice chair. So I'm hoping that in the next finance, when we're like electing someone in a few minutes, it will be someone who wants to run for vice chair. Anyway, so I really think that Mr. Ryan is very confident. I'll be protected, so
He's been here for, I think, a month now. 3 weeks. So, are there any other points or motions?
A motion to vote.
Is there a second? Any objections? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. The opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. I'll go fetch it. Yes. Excellent, thank you. I would recommend having a meeting in the near future to pick a vice chair. And you might actually have some legislation up next. So now we'll move to the election for a member of the Special Committee on Finance. We are down one man for the same reason, because Chris Midway decided to go become prosecutor. So are there any nominations for the one vacancy? Hang on, let me pull up who is in finance currently. So this is correct, except for this. Pretend he's not there. So we have Chris, Haley, Emily, Barbara, Maverick, and Lex. So do you have a nomination?
Yeah, nominate Valencia Lane.
Is there a hang on? Is there a second? You accept?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, indeed. Any other nominations? Okay. Seeing none. Ms. Lane, would you like to give a quick chat?
I like finances. I'm finance director. That's all.
That's all? Okay, thank you. Did you
I'll
get
be
that
your
down?
vice if you want that.
That's critical. Are there any questions for Ms. Lane?
She said that she'd be very interested in the vice chair position, so I'm happy about that. I guess it was for debate.
That's not a question, that's an informal statement.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So seeing no questions, you can step aside for a couple minutes. Someone will come get you when we have a result. Don't go too far.
Can I just talk to that?
No, I think that will take a little
Yeah.
longer. Are there any motions?
This is Paul's job.
Is that formal, Christina? Okay. Are there any points or motions?
I would like to motion to vote.
Is there a second? There's a second. Any objections? Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. The opinion of the chair, the ayes indeed have it. I'll go get it. Congratulations. I've just been made aware that Mr. Schneider is on the phone with his parents telling him he got the job, so that's just adorable. I don't think I called my mom when I got this job. I don't think she knows it. Let's see, what's next? No, I don't want her to know this thing. Let's see, now we have new business, a bill to reallocate funds for the Founders Day fund that is going to go to finance.
So we do need to be.
Awesome.
Bill 15-16-035, a bill to revamp a few things. That is the title that was given to me. I do recommend you change it when the time comes. We'll send this to the Committee on Rules and Privileges. Bill 15-16-036, a bill to efficiently keep track of past legislation. Oh, is this you, Spencer?
Yeah.
Okay. This will also go to the Committee on Rules and Privileges. The bill to increase, Bill 15-16-037, a bill to increase transparency and accountability for legislation passed. This will go to, well, it says accountability. This will go to COA. Hopefully they meet. All right. So now we'll move.
Is that a bylaws thing or just a thing? I don't remember.
Who is 37 you, Delancey, or is that Spencer?
That's Spencer.
Spencer, did you change the bylaws in this, or is this?
9, 16,035 and 16,034.
Who's 37? I'm 0.
Hang on. I got an email. I copied and pasted from emails. So, Spencer? No, this is you.
Looks like it's just, no, yeah, this one, right? It's 037.
Yeah, just like.
It is. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misnumbered it. I apologize. So, I'll correct your legislation to make it 37.
Yeah.
But
So,
it's not a bylaws.
It's not bylaws. Does it change the bylaws at all? Or is it just a bill?
Yeah, it's just those, yeah.
Okay, so then it will just go to COA. Thank you for the clarification. Good point. So now we'll move to old business. Bill 1516-031, a bill to begin using Remind 101 to connect the student body and the undergraduate senate. This is Ms. Lickstein.
Oh, we get to Senate.
Yes, it was passed. It was passed through UAA.
Amazing. Okay.
So could you please come up
Yeah.
and just present briefly on it? You seem overjoyed.
Okay.
Hang on, decorum, pay attention. Everyone.
So, way back during the involvement fair, I was tabling for Senate, and a ton of students came up and asked me, like, what do you guys actually do? Not freshmen, but upperclassmen, who were saying that while they know we like meet, they get no updates really on things that Senate as a body individually actually does or passes, except for sometimes we make like little things on Facebook. So I thought this was a really easy way to maybe keep people more informed because it's not an overload because you have to sign up to participate. So if students don't want to know, they don't have to and don't have to get annoyed by like an influx of emails from student government or student bodies. But they can really easily, like, you can send out a little email just once to everyone saying that we're doing this, enter their phone number into like our Remind 101, and then on Sundays we can send out like a short little text after our meetings and be like, today Senate met and we passed a bill that does this. Because I think we keep the student body really up to date on what student government as a whole does, what the exec cabinet's always doing, but we don't do a great job as an undergraduate senate keeping them updated on what we do, like here. So it's really easy, it's free, it's like voluntary for students. We tried to do something like this last year and did not pass, so maybe we will try again.
Okay, are there any questions? Mr. Pearl?
So this is free, right?
Yeah, it's totally free. So it's a website, and like you just create, like we would create a link where people can put their phone number in, and then we just send it a text through the website.
So
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't truly expect like a ton of people to sign up, but I don't think that it takes like 10 seconds out of our day, and I'm happy to do it during my office hour on Monday or whatever. And I think the thing is that if people are asking us for us to be more like accessible or like giving what we're doing to them, this is like a way to say we can do this. Because when they were asking me, where do I sign? It's like hard. Like the truth is we don't give them that information a lot. So this is there are people like 15 people that sign up. Yeah.
Whose responsibility is it going to be to like send a text or something?
Yeah, so it is a resolution, but like I mean I'm fine. I'm happy to do it. Like I don't mind. It's not a lot of work. It's like a text, which we send like 100 of a day. Oh, okay. Well, I'm fine with taking that responsibility.
Cool. And we could always have
Unless I get it.
we could always have the Senate Director of Communications do it.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know whose responsibility we would want it to, like, fall upon, but I don't think it's a big one to ask anyone to do.
Could be Jim.
Yeah.
And Mr. Schneider.
So I'm going to tie a couple of things in here. So when the meeting packet was sent out yesterday, I went ahead and like did a demo account with Remind 101 to kind of see because I used it for like class this week.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see like what the other end of it was like. So I think it's totally doable. And another interesting point was, so I just came back from the convention, the student government convention, and one of the big marketing things that I was like sessions that I was in, they talked about how intimate a text message is because like like when you get a text message, you instantly look at your phone. You don't.
Not open it. Like,
Right. You have to you're going to look at it because it's a text message. And so forming that intimate bond with students, no matter how few, I think is something that can be really beneficial. And so like I know your bill is specifically for like Senate, but I would love to, if you're on board, expand it to all of SG. And it would be something that's used very infrequently um, in terms of what we send out. Because I would hope it doesn't become like another tactic where we just kind of email people all the time. But that's
No, I think that would be awesome. We used it in my high school in student government, and it was a really great way to like reach out to everybody.
Excellent. John, and then you. Do you still have a question or no?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask what you imagine the frequency of text messages is.
Okay, so I believe that like if we're utilizing it as a Senate, that we should be sending out a text on Sunday night, like every week that we meet. If we don't do anything or don't pass anything, then like we can skip that week. But I think that it's important. Like we don't do a good job like showing what we do, and so I think it's important to send like a very short little thing saying like today Senate did this, like we met, you know. And I think it definitely will engage us more, like know and let them know that we're here and that we're actually like advocating for them. A lot of the times I hear students in our class talking about issues on campus and that they are going to talk to like Devontae or Josh or like and don't realize that we're really here for them. And I think this is a really good way to like make that connection.
Excellent.
Yeah, it is mainly just like, so you think like the content of the text would just be like, this is what got passed, like for more info, go to.
Yeah, like I think just be like, have a great week, like we did this, like a little tiny, yeah.
Are there any other questions?
How did you want to publicize it? Just send an
Yeah, so
email?
I think that we should, I mean, obviously that's something that we'd have to talk to Chris about, I hope. I could talk to Chris about, yeah. But that we could send an email, because we do that all the time, like from student government, and let people know that this new like thing is available and kind of have senators share it on Facebook, whatever, maybe with like a little graphic with the link to like sign up, however you want to do it. And then hopefully like kids will sign up. I obviously can't like, I don't know, get your roommates to sign up or something, give us some sort of database guy. Yeah. I mean,
hang on. We're still on the presentation point. So are there any other questions? Oh, Chris.
And I would also, in terms of like advertising and getting people to sign up, I would also love to do maybe a food table or something.
Yeah.
Because with this, you can sign up through like the text message, or we could also do like cards with a QR code, which I think would be good. Like I think we should be able to hand them something so we don't have to do it right there.
Question? It's just a question and answer.
Oh, so would you? Yeah. So would you
I think that sounds awesome. I'd love to meet with you and talk to you guys.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you for the question. Insightful. Any other questions? Seeing none, we'll move into a period of debate.
I'm so happy.
It needs to pass first. So Maverick. Okay. Did you email me something? Okay. I like this new thing that we're doing. Let's meet. Okay, everyone. This is Josh this week. Okay. Okay, so this is what Maverick would like to amend. So let me just copy and paste it and put it in the legislation so we can all see it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
highlighted.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Probably fix that. Okay, so this is the amendment that is highlighted in yellow. Therefore, be it further resolved. Resolved. Okay.
And can we change the?
Do you want it to be a?
Oh no.
No, can we change the Mr. to Miss?
Yeah, we can do that after. We can do that after. Yeah, hang on. So you want it to be enacted then, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, be it further enacted that the responsibility of managing Remind 101 will be delegated to the Director of Communications in the Senate. So that is the amendment. Would you like to speak on it, or is it?
I think that, the responsibility should just fall to somebody who's more involved in the Senate. Like the position is kind of firmly entrenched within the speaker's cabinet. It just makes sense to not have a Senate do it.
Mr. Schneider?
Could I like the idea of it being delegated to somebody like not a senator and not necessarily in the secretary's office. But can we add into it that, can we put something in this if we want to, that would say that SG in general can also use it in like certain circumstances that like as deemed appropriate by the secretary?
So that seems like a different amendment. What we could do is we could vote on this,
Okay.
and then we could, if you have the senator would like to take up what Mr. Schneider is saying, then we can deal with that. John?
I just have a piece of advice on this amendment. If this is the direction that the Senate wants to go, you might want to include something that happens if there isn't a Senate Director of Communications, because A, that person could turn over the course of a Senate, and B, any new speaker may or may not have such a position. It's not a requirement that it exists. So you may want to include something like it defaults to the speaker if that office is unfilled or doesn't exist.
Okay.
Secretary.
I appreciate that. So, anyone like to take a look at that?
Mhm.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Actually,
So, Maverick, would you like to amend your amendment?
Yeah, can I just add? I think it gives the speaker an incentive for the position.
True.
What did you say? Oh yeah, it gives an incentive to hire someone? Yeah, it does.
I'm really bad.
This person held 3 jobs last year.
Yes, I did.
How many of them did you?
I don't know too much about subject.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so the amendment now reads, therefore be it further enacted that the responsibility of managing Remind 101 be delegated to the Director of Communications of the Senate, and in the event of a vacancy, the Speaker of the Senate will take up this responsibility. Okay? Yes.
Wait, sorry. Are we moving on?
No, we're still on this. We can deal with Mr. Lipsky in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So are there any other points on or motions on the amendment? Mr. Farrell. Okay, is there a second? Any objections?
Just a question. What are you voting on? The amendment?
Yes.
Yes, we're voting on the amendment. So this basically is the point here where, like, from in the event of a vacancy to responsibility, we're voting on including that in the amendment. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Hearing the chair, the ayes have it. So then now the full amendment to the legislation reads as the monitor indicates, going from therefore to responsibility. Are there any points or motions on the amendment in its entirety? Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any objections? Seeing none. All those in favor of the legislation, please say, excuse me, all those in favor of the amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. The opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. Thank you. So this will no longer be highlighted,
I jumped it up to.
and this is now part of it. Are there any other amendments? Mr. Pearl?
That's fine. So I would like to amend Mr.
Yes, okay. So this would like to become. Okay, are there any, would you like to make a comment on your amendment?
Yeah, I believe it's just a mistake that she
Yeah.
did it from the.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you. Are there any points or motions on the amendment? Someone say motion.
Insist that she remains Mr.
Okay, okay, is there a second?
Second.
Brings back flashbacks. The way you said that. So you reminded me of Kevin. So there was a second. All those, any objections? All those in favor of changing Mr. to Ms., please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
No
Into the
motion.
chair, the ayes have it.
I didn't mean it personally.
It's okay. It's just he's probably watching.
I know. I wanted to say something.
No, he does. He texts me
No,
after.
Yeah, he messaged me on Facebook and asked how student government is going.
Oh my god.
Do you know who messaged me?
Yeah, they're in the same fraternity. Hang on, decorum, everyone. Are there any other points or motions? Yes, Ms. Lipstein.
Yeah, so I'd like to make an amendment to add a whereas to allow, the secretary to use this when.
Okay.
That's very vague.
So hang on. So would someone?
Okay, whereas, can I give him speaking?
Yes, you can. So is there are there? Well,
Okay. I'm sorry. When deemed necessary by a majority of the executive board, the secretary may use the Senate to remind one-on-one to communicate a communication of significance.
I don't like that.
No.
Okay, so like I want you guys to
Haley,
be able,
you do it. So
wait, we're like allowed to discuss, right?
yes, you are.
Yeah, so I want you guys to be able to use it. It's just that there's so many things that are exact communicated to like everyone, and we don't have that line of communication and send it to everybody. So I want it to remain like largely a Senate-based concept, and that wording which is so vague that I feel it will become very like exact or you know what I mean?
I didn't want it to just be like, I'm saying this and you're going to use it. I want it to be like multiple people have to think and have to process.
Yeah,
it's not
I know.
just going to be like me sending it.
Yeah.
I have two thoughts. One, I'll help you with the language.
Okay.
Two, it can't be a whereas clause.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has to be an operative clause. So it probably should be the second or third, therefore be enacted clause. My suggestion might be something like, therefore be enacted, any office of the student government may use this system subject to approval of the speaker and director of communications of the Senate.
Oh, that's perfect. Love it.
Yeah.
That means it open to WI or KP or what have you, but gives some senator something.
Can we?
To remove like if this needs to go out very quickly, just to
Yeah, I'm actually good with that.
Okay. Give me some wording.
Okay, same wording as what John just said, but just the speaker, so that if something needs to go out quicker, it's not such a process for him.
Okay. Thank you. Can you repeat yourself?
John.
Can you repeat yourself, please? I'm sorry.
My internet.
Any office of the undergraduate student government may utilize this system subject to approval of the speaker.
Okay, so the highlighted amendment is on the monitor. Therefore, be it further enacted, any office of the university student, undergraduate student government may use this system subject to the approval of the Speaker of the Senate. Any points or motions on the amendment? Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Any objections? So we're voting on the amendment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. Done and done. All right. Are there any other points or motions on the legislation as a whole?
Nice, let's look. And we should vote.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any objections? Seeing none, all those in favor of legislation bill 1516-031, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. Congratulations. We'll put that in the binder. So I'll just, well, yeah, it needs to be signed. So hopefully, if the president agrees, then this can be done. Let me just save this.
I lost internet. What do I do?
I don't know. All right. So now we'll move to Bill 1516-033, a bill to streamline Senate record keeping. This was Delancey, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So
Aye.
Hang on. Wait. Oh, right. You need to say something.
I move to discharge Bill 15-16-033 from committee for full consideration by the Senate, considering the committee didn't meet this week.
Yes, correct. The chair of the Committee on Oversight and Accountability did not call a meeting. She's not here. So this needs a vote of 2/3 to discharge the legislation and bring it forward to the full Senate so we can consider it, basically as if it was second reading. So, all those in favor of discharging the legislation, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, there is 2/3. So we will be considering this legislation. So Ms. Lane, please step forward and present some comments, at most 4 minutes, on the subject matter.
Great. So in the past, we've tried to have Senate legislation available for the general public and senators to read and utilize, but unfortunately we haven't had a consistent format for that to happen. And right now, we think that the documents are on Joe St. Marie's server with John Shapiro access, and that's like it. So would like for that to be instead hosted by the Secretary's Cabinet by an AUSG email, and that it would be on Google Drive, so we wouldn't have to keep having the website crash and not having access to the document.
Thank you.
I would take questions.
Any questions? Mr. Hurwitz.
Side note, I would just like to say that my second piece of legislation is exactly this. So,
Okay.
Passes all recently.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions? None? All right, then. You may step aside. Are there any points or motions on the legislation? Mr. Pearl?
Since I'm a smart though, I don't know why it wasn't like this before. That's
Yeah.
like it.
So, just for context,
Yeah.
everything used to be on the website, but the website crashed. And yes, the archives of student government were created by Joe St. Marie. He is still the operator of that sort of document collection. Josh Zucker, who used to be the historian of the Senate, he had access to it. He didn't know the password because it was just saved on his computer. I have access. I don't know the password because it's just saved on my computer. You have all of them? Oh, you got it too. Great. Peachy. So, are there any points or motions in favor of the legislation? Second. Any objections? Seeing none. All those in favor of Bill 15-16-033, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. Okay, let me just save this and we'll move forward. Congratulations, Delancey. Is this your first legislation that's passed in the Senate?
No.
No, right, you did a resolution.
I did
You
a
did a
resolution.
resolution. Maverick, that's right. Okay, hang on.
Two guys submitted, one is the same, but the other one still got out.
Okay, that's fine. We can take care of that next week.
I just have a quick question.
This? Okay, hang on. Decorum, everyone, hang on. You guys can chat, yes?
Is that file folder being continuously updated, or does that go through like a certain stage?
I think it stopped at a specific date.
Okay.
I think the 10th Undergraduate Senate, partly in there, it stopped. I think Will stopped caring, and Josh also stopped caring. And the 12th, excuse me, the 11th is never done.
Like we also have
Most of it. Everything's in the binder. So if we need to deal with it, it'll go, we'll scan it, exactly right. So this has been saved. So now we'll move, Ms. Lipstein.
I'd
Yes.
like to quickly amend the agenda.
Okay, yeah, would you like to suspend the rules and amend the agenda?
Yeah.
Okay.
To add, we need to discuss a discussion about the apologies.
So I think
Oh.
office once again.
Yeah. This time, modified legally.
Okay, hang on. Okay, decorum, everyone. I thought we were. So, Ms. Lickstein has motioned to do an informal caucus again, similar to last week. 5 minutes, okay, script time.
Then there's one.
So, we're gonna need to vote on that by 2/3.
Okay.
So all those in favor of having an informal caucus, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed saying no. In the opinion of the chair, there are 2/3. So you have until 2:10 thereabouts. Say as you will.
All right, so guys, two things we were talking about. One is that we think it should go out to the entire school. And then the second thing is that we've gotten, or I've, like, people have addressed concerns about the way the apology was written. So we just wanted to talk about it and see how you guys feel, but that there should be more of a direct apology to Faith.
Yeah, you guys can
Oh,
address
okay.
yourselves.
Yeah, just recommend that before you talk about it, you should probably read it. Yeah, if you haven't. You
What
haven't
sort
read
of concerns were had about the writing?
Okay, so I think it's written very nicely about like the upset in student government and like that it like created issues.
Does everyone have access to it?
Yeah.
Should I pull it up on the monitor?
It was like a.
Yeah, it was sent out to the
Okay.
whole SG.
Okay.
So yeah, so I think it should be sent to the school. Just because a lot of like it's been written about, like there's been a lot of like commentary on it by students.
I think that, isn't that what was decided, that it should be sent to everybody, but he wanted to send it to the Senate first?
I knew that it was definitely supposed to be, like, I thought, yeah, what we decided was like, it would go to the Senate first just as like a formality
Yeah.
kind of, and then go out somehow, some way, which we didn't discuss, but we definitely discussed it going out to the public.
Are there plans for it to be sent? Yeah, sorry, Josh, do you know if there are future plans for it being sent out to the undergrad?
No.
There are no plans, or you don't know?
There are no plans.
Okay, so
That doesn't
Can
mean
I-
we're opposed to that or that we're.
No, I know,
No,
I
Just
just wanna know.
clarifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to know if in the minutes we specifically said it should be available to the
it's
public,
not in the
or
minutes.
if it, okay. So I don't think we
Hang
said
on.
like it needs to be sent out. Being public
I
means
think yeah.
So,
it's different than it being
It's already
sent out to
public.
everyone.
like,
What? Sorry?
It's not.
it's going,
It's already
But-
public.
But it's
Is it?
not public. It was sent just to the
So
SG
was it
email,
some
which is
people in student government sent it to people who will be publishing articles or whatever?
Yeah, I just think that that's like different. That's
I'm
like,
just saying that's what he was saying.
okay. So the second like concern with it is that I think like it was excellently written. I'm not like, but that the big issue with it was that like someone was personally offended and that it like kind of my internet's not working, so like I can't read the first paragraph. I kind of slide through the actual
You want me to read the first paragraph?
like can you just somewhere it should
Yeah,
just say like
I'll
I don't know, you know what I mean, like
You want a direct apology,
like
not
this
to the
is for
organization.
like
but
this
to-
is to
No,
Faith more than to us.
Yeah, like the first
There you go.
paragraph.
Here, George has it.
It says, I'd like to formally apologize for the events that occurred over the summer and the residual effects over the last 2 weeks.
It should say like and be like the impact it had on Faith, or like
Yeah.
it should say something directed to what we're discussing. You know, like people not in SG, like you're
Her
gonna
name is
read that.
mentioned all but 2 times
Like her name
in the letter.
exactly. Thank you. So
It felt like an apology to the Senate more than it was to her, and that was.
we don't want an apology to us. Like it's supposed to be to her. You know? Like it's supposed to be a published apology to Faith, not to the Senate.
Yeah.
And while I appreciate that, it's like, yeah, it's 2 members of AUSG, I really think that it should be more of an apology to Faith. And like her name is in here, it's not, like when it's with her, like when she's named, it's not even like.
So, okay, so what if, like in Dear, should we ask Devontae to change it to Dear
First
Faith,
paragraph.
and then at the end of the first paragraph have something like directly apologizing to Faith for like the
I
impact
just
it
think
had on
somewhere
her,
in there it should be like
as
a
opposed to
direct
the impact
apology.
it had on the office and organization as a whole.
Yeah, because I think the main theme of it was supposed to be like apologizing to Faith with like tones of and the effects that it had on the rest
Yeah,
of us.
exactly.
But it's the way it's written, it's like just as
Opposite.
yeah, exactly.
You have
So
one
like
moment.
we can't rewrite it, we just have to like make some sort of recommendation or complaint or whatever.
Well, I would just say that, and I know like we don't want to politicize any of this, but especially in an election, like when the election is coming up, and I know people already think like that we're dysfunctional. I think starting to send this out to the student government and making this more than it is going to just continue the conversation going when, and I think if what happened was horrible.
Yeah,
It's
like
even
it's not
about the
okay to say
conversation.
because of
No, no, no,
elections,
no,
we
no.
don't wanna create an issue, like, I'm sorry, your job is to like, we're supposed to do our jobs despite that elections are coming up. Like, I'm sorry if it's controversial and gonna make an issue on your re-election campaign, that we're discussing something that offended someone personally.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if like we take a look at how many seats are in Senate right now, and like there's not a lot of, like, we barely met quorum today. And, like, I know I'm brand new in here, and I think that part of the reason people aren't applying for Senate is because of all this infighting. And I understand that we had him write the apology, but it's just a question of like how long do we want to like nitpick it?
You know exactly what happened.
Yeah, I read the full like 75 pages, and I read the thing, and I was a deputy director of mental health last year, so if anyone understands mental health effects, it's me myself, because I dealt with that with Mary Margaret. But I think it's a big issue. I'm concerned that the students already think we're so dysfunctional, and I'm just concerned how it's going to affect people applying for Senate.
But I also think that people already like involved with this, like there's not that many more people that are going to be like, oh my god, look, and then get involved. Like they're already involved.
I mean, time out. Yeah. 5 minutes is expired.
Can I for 5 more minutes?
Second. Any objections? Seeing none, you have 5 more minutes. You have until 2:15. Please go on.
I just think faith deserves more than what this is, and that we didn't want to make a big deal, which is why this is all that is happening from this, rather than like anything further. But that she deserves more than this apology.
Well, I agree, but also in the first place, I thought it was my understanding, I'm not sure if this is correct, but she didn't want a big deal made out of this. That's why she asked that they send it out in the way it did. I mean, I wasn't here last Senate, and I haven't talked to Faith personally about this, but I just feel like we're speaking on someone's behalf, and we know what she actually wants.
Yeah.
Doctor, are you
It's informal. Look, I really don't want to, however.
If you think all the students are looking at us as a dysfunctional organization, wouldn't putting out a good apology letter make things better?
I think it would highlight the fact that last week we weren't specific enough on what we wanted. I regret not.
No, I think we were very specific. I just think it was poorly executed.
I regret being here by proxy, but it just sounds like we weren't specific.
We were specific. We said we wanted an apology letter to Faith.
No, but Devontae did say he would share it with us
Yeah,
first, and then we
exactly,
could
that's what we're
comment. So
doing.
this is the exact process
Yeah,
that
we
we
had
kind
a
of set up.
very long conversation about it, so it was pretty clear, in my opinion, even though I don't know why it wasn't referenced in the minutes, but like I remember it being like very clear because the conversation that we had was about whether he was going to send out to the entire student body. The conversation was about whether he was going to send it to us first.
Yeah.
We can only reflect upon what's in
I mean, we
or
all
you
can
watch
also
the live
reflect
stream
on our.
also, which is true, which would show.
Speak freely.
I'm sorry.
Can I make a motion right now, or do I have to
Can we
wait
just hear
until
what
it's 5
Devontae
minutes
was going to
expires?
say?
How can I be diplomatic? Okay, so I don't know if this is breaking impartiality. Please don't shake with me. I think that an apology is good. I emailed
Speaker
Devontae
Lucci, can I make a motion?
in 2 minutes. We're in an unmoderated call. Let's give it 2 minutes.
Okay.
I think that, speaking kind of on her behalf, I think she appreciated the apology. She thought it was going to be widely dispersed. She also expected it to be a little more targeted towards not just how it really affected the Senate, but how it affected her. She's not here. I'm not really going to speak for her, and I don't think it's my place to speak on this matter at the moment, because it's still before the Senate. So I emailed Devontae with a concern of mine, and we spoke about it, but it's up to you guys. So you have 1 more minute in this unmoderated caucus, and then if Delancey wants to make a motion, she can. So any more comments? We can end it now.
I want to hear you.
Yeah. Okay, so
I was going to motion to make this a closed session and turn off the video.
Okay. Can we hear your reasoning behind that?
Yeah, I think that we're talking about really emotional things, and I think that, well, this is a really sensitive topic and about apologies and stuff, that there's a lot of like personal relationships in this room that I don't feel comfortable broadcasting live, and that people may be more willing to speak openly if it's turned off for now.
I think
But do you have anything to say, do you have like anything to say after it's turned off that you don't wanna say like now, or do you expect us to say?
You just want us to go into like, I need to know better, just to like complete like rules so that we can freely, that what, am I understanding correctly?
I mean, we just continue as we were, like, continue conversations and such, but we would just have a closed session so that this was not.
Does this mean we have to go back to unmoderated, or?
No, we can do whatever, it's just.
So, I just spoke to John about it. Legally speaking,
Gray area.
it's a bit of a gray area because we were mandated to have the camera last year. What we thought was if this is a unanimous decision by the Senate to sort of have a closed session on the matter, we'll turn off the camera and we'll have to ask all the members of the public to leave. That's how it would work. So if there are any major league objections, address them. If this is okay, by and large, by everyone, then we have to do it. So, Emma, you have a comment?
Yeah, just like, I don't know what other people think of this. I just worry about, like, for the transparency aspect of it. I don't want people to think, like, ooh, like, as we already talked about, like, perception of, like, Senate being, like, sketchy and, like, doing things behind closed doors. Like, I appreciate, like, I get what you mean, but I also, like, I feel like if a lot of things that are very personal have already come out and been public, so almost, like, obviously it still matters, but I don't know that that would help more than it would hurt our, like, reputation for transparency.
I withdraw my motion.
Okay. So, well, the unmoderated caucus is over. So, anyone want to do anything? I don't know. I mean, you were just all discussing something. So, I mean, because there's nothing else on the agenda.
I'd like to.
So, I mean, I would just, I'll make a point. Yeah. So, we did, I guess, kind of, in a sense, informally ask Devontae to kind of send it out to the entire body, although I thought it was kind of like an understanding, I guess we're wrong, which is like understandable, miscommunication happened at the time. So, what I got from this is that basically we just want to ask him, like, send it out maybe to, I'm like, not sure if this is what we actually want, but send it out to people, send it out via, like people, whatever media, or by himself, however he chooses to do it. One thing we did kind of talk about in the last unmoderated caucus about this was how we wouldn't really edit his words. We spoke about that a little bit, which like is remiss, I guess. I would like to edit it, but we did kind of have an agreement where there's a reason why he wasn't sending it to us first, because he didn't want us to edit it. Do if you want to do that as you want, whatever. But I just like that's what I remember happening. If that helps guide anyone. So I hope, I don't know, that helps. Maybe it makes sense.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So when you expressed your concerns to Devontae, like, did he say that he would like change it or like consider what you said, or was it like if he wanted to send it to us first to see what we thought, then like my understanding of that is that there's like an implication to change it whether we have concern.
The way, okay, so first of all, from last week, I recall that we voted that we see it. I can't remember if the language was see it first. I know we didn't want to really edit his language. I remember that vividly. Yeah. I thought it was going to be more widely dispersed, but that's just me. So I feel like the room is thinking that. I don't know. In regards, what was your second question? Like, our conversation.
Yeah.
How do I word this? I asked him about sort of like the personal aspect of it, whether it should have been in regards to faith or whether it should have been addressed to AUSG, like this was a trying time for all of us type of situation, and that's the way he wrote it. And I asked him about the personal aspect, about the individual. And we were like, and he was, well, I didn't want to make it too personal and stuff like that. And I responded, well, if the Senate has any concerns, then deal with this because I don't think it's my place to really criticize it because it's personal and partiality. So that was the exchange we had, which was fine. It was a very pleasant exchange. So yes, that was the answer to the question. Yes. Is that a question? Or
Yes, question.
Okay.
So basically, everyone that's here, like we all thought it was going out, right? Is that just me? Like, if we all left with that impression, then we're all not making this up. Like, there was something that happened that made us think that way. So that.
Emily, do you have a question?
Could we just respond to it with like our concerns about like how it's addressed, and that we were under the assumption that it would go out more broadly instead of just AUSG?
I really like that wording.
Can we also, in the response, request that before it be sent out publicly, possibly delete it? Edit it a little to direct it more.
Yeah, well, even if we don't edit it because it's his name.
So maybe what we could do is we could, as a group, I guess, email him about our concerns.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I was trying to be as formal. I was trying to be as formal as possible.
I know. I'm trying to be as formal as possible. Not to talk over you right now. If you have problems with this, I stay here for a reason. Just tell me. Like we can solve them.
All right. How about we do it on? How about we do another unmoderated thingy?
Like this, like if the people in the undergraduate senate who sent it out to other people, I just think that like please stop. Like that's really rude and that's completely unnecessary.
It didn't go to the undergraduate senate. It went to everybody in the organization.
Yeah. So it could have been
So,
anyway.
I don't even want to blame the senator.
And it was like supposed to be public, like you guys wanted it public, so if it was
Well,
sent to all of AUSG.
Hang on, guys. I gotta say decorum because we are still in regular order. Unless you would like to return to an unmoderated caucus, John, do you have a point?
Yeah, I just had a point.
Yes.
Just I wanted to clarify that. In similar legislation to the camera, AUSG documents are public, so you can't withhold them. You can provide, you can not, like you can choose not to send them. That's a personal thing. But for example, if somebody asks the judicial board for a copy of a document, or the historian, if there was such one, like their job is literally to provide that.
I'm just saying, like, the intent of sending it to I'm just talking about intent. Like, whatever, I don't care if it's public or not, I'm just saying, like, come on, like, we're better than that. I hope we're better than that. I think you all know what I mean, so.
Mr. Pearl?
So obviously, I just think, can we just ask John? Can you just talk to Devontae and just be like, hey, can we send it up? And I feel like that's it. And I feel like I think we're done. I don't know.
Yeah, done.
Well, just curious, do we have a way to send things with preventing them from people to send them to the public, like a confidential, like?
No. Well, I mean, an NDA or a piece of legislation that says this is for internal use only. I don't know if that is. No comment. Yes, you could if you want to write a piece of legislation. Okay, I'm just saying there are methods to restrict what we do. And one of them is to write a piece of legislation on it. Another one is that it's like legitimate confidential information, you have to sign an NDA. But I don't think that would apply in this situation. So thank you for the question. Points or motions? Ms. Lane?
I motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're not quite there yet. We need to move to public comment and go to the order.
I motion to move on.
Yes, that's what I second.
All right, so we're back. We're continuing to be in regular order. Any members of the public who wish to speak? You're not a member of the public, Nancy. Why? Do you have something from a member of the public?
I'll do it in good of the order.
Okay. Members of the public? No? Okay. Move to go to the order. So we're going to start with senators, and then we'll move to Josh. So Chris Pearl. Please keep your hands up if you have points, Delancey. Senators? Any other senator? Okay, so Josh. And John. Chris ain't here. Okay. So we'll begin with Ms. Pearl.
Hi, okay, so basically, welcome Glancy to the finance committee. I would like to meet with everyone in it. So before we leave, just so we can like either see if we can get a time to meet together or just go over the thing right now because it's really quick and I've already talked to most of you about it. The other one is kind of out of your place. So other than that, I want to apologize for a quick second because I feel like I got a little heated at one point. Sorry, I just like said sorry. I let kind of something take over for a second. I'm sorry about that, but I came back to watch it, not the devil. Thank you. So I'm sorry if I got a little heated or like kind of under. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Ms. Lane.
The National Voter Registration Day, which was the 27th, the event, because it was supposedly going to rain, was moved. So it's actually going to be this Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'd love to have senators volunteer to work it. We're registering people for Turbo Vote, and there's going to be like 600 servings worth of churros. So please come and a photo booth. It'll be in the lounge in MGC by Tavern, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'll send you an email if you could please volunteer. That'd be cool. Thanks.
Josh.
I'll take these notes to Devontae. Thank you for your comment about sharing stuff. Because, like, one, we're not stupid. Two, we know who's doing it. Three, there's evidence for it. Four, I don't think it's the right place for that person to be doing it. Five, this is the second thing. Best of luck to those of you who are running for re-election. It starts tomorrow at 8. Have fun. Yeah, choices.
Thanks, Dad.
I sent my thing out. If you want to meet this week, talk about advocacy. Student-based stuff is really cool, and it's fun and lighthearted. So if you're interested, let me know.
Thank you. John.
I got a couple of notes. Similarly, happy election season. As everybody is aware, this is my busiest time of the year, just by virtue of there's always problems. It's usually the freshman class. I just got notification that we might have our first case starting now-ish. So that's great. If you're running for re-election, please try to follow the rules. If you have any questions as to what the rules are, you can ask me. You can ask him. There are lots of ways to do this. It is better to ask questions before than committing the actual offense, because that takes all of our time, and none of us like to spend that much time going through election policy. Except me.
Well,
yeah.
People on JSAP.
Even still, do they really want to do this?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's issue 1. 2, good luck and have fun to everyone. It is a good thing that people want to get involved, but like, do it well. And then the other thing, since it's come up a few times on the sharing of documents, I will reiterate the claim that I said before. If a member of the public asks the historian or the judicial board for copies of documents, they are required to provide them as long as they are not NDA. If you would like to change that, please do. It's a bill. Just do it. But I'm pretty sure that would go against the bill we just had about keeping things online. So I don't know what the vision of the Senate is. I don't know what y'all want, but I'm telling you what the rules are now. I'm going to continue to follow them. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Consistency, I like that. So, what do I have to say? Oh, right. So, as I said earlier, if you're running for election, speak to Noah. It starts tomorrow evening. Good luck to all of you. This is the first time since I've been on this campus that I'm not planning to run for any kind of election, so this is new. It's a weird feeling that I'm not planning like social media and weird posters and slogans. So it's no, yeah, well, I had fun doing it. It was fun. The first 2 times. And those are the only 2 times. So good luck to all of you. I know you'll do great. Don't break any rules. If you do, you'll have to speak with John. He's normally friendly, but sometimes he can be mean, so don't break the rules. Yeah, he's not that friendly. I wish Chris. I really wish Chris was here because I wanted to address something to him. I can't tell you since it's no longer our business, and I can comment now. I can't express how glad I am that he is the new secretary. How glad I am that he is the new secretary. We became closer friends over the summer with everything that was going on. I can say he's a truly good person. He's a truly good friend. He means a lot to me. He means a lot to Faith. I wish him nothing but the best of luck. I really do. Wish he was here for this. God darn it. But I think he'll do great. And you all approved him by unanimous consent, in a manner of speaking, because you thought he would do great. And I'm glad that the saga of picking a new person is over. And I'm glad that we're moving forward with a secretary. So that's all for me. If you have any questions for me this week about what we need to do, because I think we only have 1 or 2 more meetings in the 11th Undergraduate Senate, excluding the meeting we have to do to confirm the elections, which are all required to be at. So, yeah, that'll be all for me. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Real quick.
Oh, yes.
Can you yield just for a hot second?
Yes, can.
There's also a case that was submitted to me as an advisory inquiry that is not related to elections. So you'll hear from me next week talking about what that is. Hopefully, yes.
Okay, so John gets to talk next week. So make sure you all come. I don't know what it's on. So motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn.
Ms. Lane, is there a second? Okay. Any opposition? None. That's a shame. Pin to the chair. You're adjourned. So hour and a half. That's pretty good for us.
Can we discuss this since she just got elected in the
Yeah, because it's not public information.
Yeah, it's just picking a vice chair, I guess, right?
No, if we can, actually,